Our animals here on this planet have a soul, and animals are always speaking to us. It is only us that has shut the door on speaking or listening to them. They do not speak with words, they speak through emotion and feeling. Animals feel everything, and if you listen to them, you will feel how they are feeling. When you are in a big, wonderful, loving state and you are open and you are loving, it is amazing how often animals will come right up to you. Because they feel your kindness and your love, they are no longer afraid. Anyone that knows me loves to go for a walk with me because the animals are always coming. In California, when we did the redwoods crystal ceremony, we had to walk through the forest. And very soon a whole herd of elk came and surrounded me. And all the other people were like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. In Arizona, before I came on this trip, we sat outside and prepared to talk, and wild bobcats came running and sat with us. The animals love us. If you open your heart, they do not fear you. They wish to interact. Animals have been my best friend since I was very, very small. When I lived in the forest alone since about 8 years old till about 12 years old, animals are who took care of me. A little fox used to come and bring me food, and my best friend was a great horned owl. When I would run away from home after something bad would happen, I would run to the wilderness, and he would always be up ahead, flying with me. And he would always bring me mice to eat. And so I would pretend to eat it. And then sneak it under the log. And one day I was at home and I went out to be with the horses, and I heard a big whoosh noise. And I turned around and he flew right into my chest. And I held him and I felt his last 2 heartbeats. And he died there in my chest. And when I went to remove him, his talon was stuck in my heart. And so I carry him around with me always. Animals love us very much. All we have to do is open our hearts to them. There are some very, very special animals living on our planet. There are 3 animals that live on our planet that hold more love and light energy than any human being. Dolphins, whales, and elephants. They are so wise and so beautiful and so full of love. It is true their energy is higher than humanity's, and they are keeping a high vibration on our planet. And when they die, that energy dies. That is why it is so tragic when the whales die, or when an elephant is killed. They are so sacred. The grandfathers are teaching us one thing that is very important: know how to grow a garden. They are not telling us to store food or prepare for a huge disaster, but they are teaching us that in the future we will break off from our big cities into smaller communities, and we will take care of ourselves and each other. We are all being asked to know how to grow a garden and a way to catch water. Great Spirit is not a man and is not a woman, but Great Spirit is all-knowing. It is all energy. It is all life and all love. And this is our Great Father. In the past, religion has taught us it was a man because men had the power. Men were in charge. And so, of course, God had to be a man. But God does not have a body. God is not male or female. That's why I personally choose to say Great Spirit. And this is what all indigenous cultures call it, Great Spirit. For too long, the masculine and the feminine energies have been out of balance. And now it is time we must bring them both up, equal, strong, and lovely. Because the masculine and the feminine have been so imbalanced, we have let the imbalanced masculine take over in life. Again, it is the imbalanced masculine. Masculine is not bad. For too long, the imbalanced masculine has led us to war and power and greed and hate. And now we are trying to heal this and let men be real men and women be good feminine women. And we have been both very, very wounded. For years and years and years, the feminine has been thrown away. In our great-great-grandmother's time, a cow was more important than a wife. The feminine was not valued at all. In organized religion, most, even today, will not allow a woman to speak. The masculine has taken all of the power and used it very, very unwisely. And this has wounded men very deeply. Men do not even know now who or how to be. They want to live from the heart and be tender, but then the strong masculine says this is weak. And when they do try to live from the heart and be spiritual good men, they are losing how to be the strong protector. So as men are trying to heal, they are going into a more feminine role, and the feminine now is trying to be strong and to not need men and are actually taking over the masculine role. But now it is time to bring these into balance. The females are not lesser, we are equal. And the very word of feminine invokes love, compassion, and tenderness and mother. And to be real men and stand in your own God as a real man means to be kind and loving, but to stand strong in protecting and caring for the feminine and children. This is a very big wound on our planet. In 2009, we had a very, very important ceremony called the Return of the Ancestors. And many of you have probably seen parts of the video that is on the internet. It was the most powerful day of my life. It was also the hardest day of my life. I didn't know how I was going to get through that day because I have very big wounds with the feminine and the masculine. But when it began, the other side took over, and it was so powerful. We must love and respect one another. Then and only then can we move forward in our full loving selves. You have a Father, which is Great Spirit, and we each have a Divine Mother, which is Mother Earth. You have a soul that lives inside of the body, and only then are you a full human being. You have two parents. Do not forget them. Do not forget who you are.